So the Buffalo Bills just did something pretty wild. They fired one of the most successful coaches in the entire NFL. I mean, this is the guy who took them from being a total afterthought to a team you have to fear every single year. On the surface, it seems crazy, right? But when you dig in, it tells you everything you need to know about what really matters in pro sports, winning it all. This is the McDermott paradox. And here it is, the official word from the team's owner, Terry Pegula, announcing Sean McDermott is out after 9 seasons. Now listen to the words he's using here. That key phrase, take our team to the next level. I mean, that's just a very polite way of saying, we've hit a wall. It's basically an admission that for all the winning, the Bills got stuck on a ceiling they just couldn't smash through. Make no mistake, this is absolutely the end of an era in Buffalo. And it leaves us with this really tough but fascinating question. How on earth does a coach this good, this well-liked, get fired? Let's try to make sense of this paradox. Okay, this slide right here, it perfectly sums up the whole story. On one side, you have just undeniable success. A 98-50 record, 5 straight division titles, and he's the guy who finally broke that miserable 18-year playoff drought. He made Buffalo matter again. But then, you look at the other side, and that's where the heartbreak is. 0 Super Bowl trips, getting knocked out in the divisional round 4 times in 5 years. It's the story of a team that became an expert at climbing the mountain, but could just never, ever plant the flag at the summit. You know, to really get why they made this move, we have to go beyond just the wins and losses. We got to dig into the numbers. And believe me, the stats behind this Bills era paint a picture of frustration that is just, it's almost unbelievable. 91. Just let that number sink in for a second. Over the last 7 years, no team in the league has won more games without at least getting to the Super Bowl. Not a single one. That is a historic amount of winning that, by all logic, should have led to a championship run. But for these Bills, it just never happened.
And look, this wasn't just a one-time thing. This chart here shows the most wins over any 7-year stretch for a team that didn't make a Super Bowl. And the Bills, they don't just have the number 1 spot, they have the number 1 and number 2 spots. That shows you this wasn't just a fluke season. It was a sustained pattern of being one of the best, but always falling just short when it mattered most.
Now this might be the most damning stat of them all. For 7 straight seasons, the Bills have won 10 or more games. That kind of consistency is incredibly rare. So now look at the other teams who've had streaks that long. The Patriots, the 49ers, the Chiefs. Every single one of them went to the Super Bowl, and most of them went a bunch of times. The Bills are the only team on this elite list with a big fat 0 in that column. They literally became a statistical anomaly in the worst possible way. But hey, this story isn't just about stats on a piece of paper. There is a very real, very human cost to this kind of repeated disappointment. I mean, the weight of losing like that, year after year, it starts to add up, and you could really see it on their faces. Just look at their quarterback, Josh Allen. He is the heart and soul of that team. He put everything he had into this era. And now, for the first time in his entire NFL career, he's going to have to figure things out with a new head coach. That is a huge, and honestly, a pretty risky change. And the players, oh, they were not quiet about this. Defensive tackle Jordan Phillips just put it all out there with this post. You can just feel the raw anger and loyalty in those words. For these guys, McDermott wasn't just a coach. He was a leader they truly believed in.
And his teammate Daquan Jones kind of said the same thing, but with this mix of confusion and frustration. Don't make sense, but you got what you wanted. It hints that there is a divide, you know? A feeling that maybe this decision wasn't coming from inside the locker room. This is a team that is clearly hurting right now, just trying to process it all.
So, with the Sean McDermott era officially over, what happens now in Buffalo? The organization isn't just swapping out a coach, they're turning the page to a whole new chapter, with a brand new stadium on the way and some massive questions they need to answer.
All right, so here's the plan going forward. The GM, Brandon Beane, he's been promoted to President of Football Operations, and he's going to be the one leading the search for the next head coach. Whoever that new coach is, they're going to have the pressure of opening that new stadium and, this is the big one, finally unlocking that last little bit of greatness in Josh Allen. The entire organization is basically betting the house that a new voice is the final piece of the championship puzzle. And that leaves us with the billion-dollar question, doesn't it? The Bills just made a huge gamble. They fired a coach with a near-historic winning record because for them, just winning wasn't enough. So, was this the painful but necessary step they had to take to finally win a Super Bowl? Or did they just fire the one man who could have eventually gotten them there? I guess only time will tell.